It's 10:43 AM in the morning, this Saturday morning, this 25th of May. I'm going out on a Saturday instead of a Sunday because I'm looking at the weather for in the Gunnerside area and Surrender Bridge, and it's going to be lashing down a rain tomorrow, but today is glorious, so I've just decided to quickly knock up some sandwiches, get ready, jump in the car, put all my stuff in the car and just go for it while the weather's like this. So I'm just pulling up at my local post office as usual and make a brief introductory video. So from here I'm going to through Chesterley Street and then onto the A688 down to Barnard Castle, turn left over the bridge and then go along towards the A66, cross over a central reservation, turn right, drive up the road about 1,050 yards and then turn left onto Stang Lane and then go right across the top of the moors, and then turn left at the far side on the T-junction and then go past a huge pub called the CB Inn, drive down past that and then take a right and then start going up and over to what you call the area Low Row, and that's where I'm going to be parking up to do the Surrender Bridge walk. I love the area, I love most of Yorkshire, the areas that I go to, so yeah, I'm just doing a visit to go to Yorkshire for a change instead of doing everything in Northumberland, because I'm in the Walking Northumberland Club and obviously that just focuses on areas in the Northumberland area, so I'm just branching out and going somewhere different. Right, so I'll bring you back. Bye for now. It's 12:12 PM and I've came through Barnard Castle and finally got through the bloody traffic, and I was desperate for a wee, so I got off over the bridge where the traffic lights control, the Archstone Bridge, and I thought, right, I'll just pull up at the usual place and have a quick wee. But when I got over the bridge, turn left, there's temporary lights, so I had to wait for a three-way temporary lights. You know, when you're desperate for a wee, you just want to pull over somewhere and have a wee. So I've pulled over in this usual lay-by where I normally pull over into for to have a wee break. But anyway, right, I'm just continue up this road about another 3/4 of a mile. Then I'm going to hit the junction with the A66. Then I've got to drive over the central reservation and turn right. Then drive further up the road about 1,000 yards. Then turn left and get onto Stang Lane. And that's the road that I'm going to take to go right over the top of the moors, right towards Low Row where I'm going, and the CB Inn pub where I turn left and drop down past that. And then I go up and over towards Low Row, and that's where I'll be parking up and setting up my time-lapse camera while I leave the car and do my walk. Right, so without further ado, I'm going to get on with my journey. It's red hard getting out the car here, so I'm glad I've just got a short sleeve t-shirt on. Right, so bye for now. It's 12:37 PM. I've come right over the top of Stang Lane and had to slow down for tiny little sheep all over the roads, and I've just passed a couple of horses. Just come over the stone bridge there, reached the T-junction and turned left. Now I've got to go down past the pub called the CB Inn here, that's its normal name, and go down past that little school, and there's a little right turn, a little skinny lane. That's where I'm going to be turning right and then start going up and over towards Low Row, and that's where I'm going to be parking up and doing my walk. Right, but I just thought I'd stop and tell you where I am. So there's the big sign on the wall, the CB Inn, and there's open from 12 noon lunch. It's time for opening. Right, so without further ado, I'll drive further down the line, the road there, past the little school on the right there, and then take the next right turn and go up and over towards Low Row. Right, so bye for now. Right, I've come up over the top into Low Row here from the CB Inn pub after turning right after the little school, and you come right up the top of the hill and then you drop down this really nasty S-bend behind us there. I've just dropped down, it's two light S-bends right next door to each other, and then you drop right down to the bottom here and then you cross over this ford, then you go up a steep bank round S-bends again, and then you point down to Surrender Bridge where I'm going to be parking up the car and setting up my time-lapse while I'm away from the car. And obviously make sure the windows is open to get a bit of breeze in here because it'll be red hot. There's loads of little lambs obviously along the side of the road, so you've got to be very careful driving over at the moment. But there's a pedestrian bridge that you get across the stream, but also you can just drive across this, the ford, because it's not that deep, it's not running fast today either. Right, so bye for now. Oh, how many miles have I done? I've done 54.8 miles so far from South Shields to Low Row here. To go and do my walk at Surrender Bridge. Right, so bye for now. Right, that's my time-lapse camera set away with the GoPro 8 in the frame there. And I've got my DigiPower charging it. So it charges up the battery once you press record for time-lapse. It charges up the battery at the same time, and the battery run down slowly but surely as it's doing a time-lapse. When you're doing a time-lapse, it doesn't use that much battery anyway. So I'll leave the engine running, and I'm just recording a short batch of it before I set off and start recording my journey, walking down the bottom of the bank there, and drop down in the dip where the concrete arch bridges for Surrender Bridge. And if you look over there to the right, you can see the old chimney of the smelt mine ruins where I'm going to be walking past soon. When I get down to the bottom, I'm going to turn right and follow the burn all the way along and past those ruins, and then just continue a little bit further up the valley and check out some bits of waterfalls that I know of and see if they're running, because obviously it's dry now with the sun being out, the rain stopped. But it's just a beautiful area to come and visit Low Row at Surrender Bridge after coming up over from the CB Inn pub. Right, so bye for now. Right, it's just gone 1 o'clock, it's 1:01 and I've locked up the car now. So I've just switched on my DigiPower after turning off the engine, because obviously it cuts off once you turn the engine off. So you've got to press the button on again for it, open it up, basically start recording again. So now I'm just going to walk down the bottom of the bank there and then turn right and walk along to the ruins. Obviously I feel a little bit better now after cores and fluids going around and around. So I've decided to put me full leather boots on again, and me leg gaiters, because obviously there's flooded mine shafts that you can actually wade into the water to go inside. I've left my camera in the car. I've decided against bringing it. It's just something else to carry about. But it feels strange because I haven't got Bear with us today. I've left him in the house, so I'll get a bit peace and quiet and not worry about him, what he's going to be up to. Right, so I've parked the car there, deliberately up on the top of the bank, looking down into the valley, so I'll get a nice time lapse of the movement of the clouds up above. So the cars that's coming up the hill are coming up from the pub called the Punch Bowl Inn on the road that leads along to Gunnerside village. So I've just basically testing the water to see how I feel coming out again and doing walks, hiking, because obviously I've been very, very weak because of the flu going around. I had it, I got rid of it, I felt better, then I got it back again. So I got round 2, and now I've tried to shift it again. I'm just taking paracetamols to make myself more comfortable, to stop my nose running as well. So I looked at the weather, and I was going to come out tomorrow as usual on a Sunday, but the weather here is going to be absolute shit, raining. So today is a glorious dry day, warm, well hot. So I thought, right, make me sandwiches, jump in the car and just drive out. Just go for it. That's what I've done today. So as you can see, even though this is just like a little country lane, it's very, very popular with traffic coming over the top. Right, so I go to the next bridge and then drop down. You can see the Surrender Bridge, the Arch Stone Bridge, and the Smelt Mine Ruins is just down there on the left, just down below. You can't see it for the ridge though. There's a little lane takes you along to it after parking up at Surrender Bridge car park. I recently put up a video of when I came here, and I've got Con with us, and we'll walk along to the mine and play some music. The video is 8 minutes long. It's really good memories when I had Con still alive. He's a big miss, I tell you. But that's where Bear comes in. It's given us the best of both worlds. So I can go and get him, spend time with him, bring him out as a dog, walk him, let him off the leader where I can, and let him run around and enjoy being a dog. But at the end of the day, I can take him back and drop him off back at my daughter's house. Right, so as you can see, I'm quite high up. So when I go back up there, I'll be turning the car around, just turn around and go right back down, cross back over the ford, and then up the nasty S-bends and up and over the top, then drop back down, go to the CB Inn pub on the way back home again. Then you turn right back on the Stang Lane and go right up over the top of the moors again to the A66, and then head towards Barnard Castle to head back home. There's a walker going across the top of the ridge there now, straight ahead. But I haven't brought a jacket. I've got my short sleeve t-shirt on. I've got my waistcoat on that I carry my batteries in, and my spare batteries. I've left my cap in the car because I don't want to put that on because it'll be too hot, I think. So there's a woman hiking just down there. Just see her head pop up there. Must have popped in that car down there. Typical woman on the phone. Oh, because she's got a dog one. That's another thing I'm going to be checking out when I'm going along here as well, just to see how many sheep I come across, basically, because it's all long grass as well, so you've got to keep an eye out for them all the time. I mean, I've just passed loads of sheep and lambs coming up the nasty S-bends to get up and over the top here. Right, let's have a look and see what's on this signpost. Right, so that's where you walk along past the mining ruins, and eventually you come to Level House Bridge, 2 miles, and come over the top there from the 6170 is Heeloff, and then you come up 2 miles and you come to the car park from Heeloff. What else is on there? I want to note. So look how high my car is, man. That's why you get beautiful views right across, right back down here, and the road winding a road away and going back down towards the Punch Bowl Inn pub. Right. It feels like it's been ages since I've been here. I don't know why. I mean, because obviously the video that I put up where I'm with Con and we'll walk down to cross over the cattle grate there, and I've got him so highly trained, I've told him to stop dead and cross over the cattle grate where I told him to, and he comes back. He was very, very good, highly trained dog. And we crossed over onto the bridge, and then he put his paws up on the wall to look over. But there's the ruins of the smelt mine just down there. Look. You see it now, and it's quite substantial. It's quite a big set of ruins, and it goes right across there as well, so it stretches out quite far as well. But that's the main car park where you park when you come down to Surrender Bridge. Right down the hill and cross over the bridge. Obviously you can start to see the river now. It's going downhill. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars in the Surrender Bridge car park. Nice bike. Very quiet and smooth. Okay, so you can see the whitewater rapids now, where the stream's going over the boulders. Right, so this is the track I'll be taking to the right here, going off opposite this red car parked. So what you do is you park up there, you walk down the bank, cross over the stone bridge here, then turn left onto the stone track and just start walking along towards the mining ruins, the smelt mine. And there's the grass track you can drop down onto and go along to that set smelt mine ruins as well. So if you have a look at me playlists on my YouTube channel, you'll see the one called Surrender Bridge, and it's about 8 minutes long, 7 minutes 42, and I get Corn crosses over the bridge via the side of the cattle grate, and he looks over that wall, looks down at the water because he cannot wait to get in the water. It will come belting along here, and he goes down to the water and comes back up, and then we'll go over to see the smelt mine ruins, walk through the rooms. Now, because I've got a 4x4, I could come down here, I could have drove along here part of the way. But when you're driving, you don't catch as much of the scenery because you're going too fast. Hey, let's look down onto the bridge. Oh, we've got kicking stones trip now. Right, so we came down, crossed over the cattle grate, went through this metal gate and just followed the old track along there to go and see the ruins. No unauthorised vehicles beyond this point. Right, so I suppose some people actually go down there and walk along the edge of the burn and just keep going right along.